a bunch of the forest resources of Korea during the occupation for the maybe 35 period, a long time. And after, furthermore, the almost forested land, forest area were devastated during the Korean War. Korean War is from the 1950 to the 1953. Just 3 years. So in whole country of the Korea is just almost disappear of the forest resources. And I think that from the 1970s, just Korea reforestation project was started by the government. That is the Forest Service, Korea Forest Service initiated the kind of the project. Korea Forest Service made just a 10-year action plan in the 1973. It's just the first action plan. Now we got six forest master plan will be launched next year from the 2018. And at the time, Korean government tried to the erosion control work, the very hard work. And finally, I think the forest reforestation in Korea is succeed, is completed. This photo, you can see, if you go to around in Korea, whole countries, everywhere is just very good forest, like this photo. And what about the peri-urban area? It's the same situation, the rural area. These photos is the peri-urban area of Seoul. That is where you are sitting in the Seoul. Just in 1953, there's no trees. It's just all land is completely devastated, denuded. And after that, in the 27 is the landscape, including the building and the forest, is a big change. Obviously, downtown is the same situation. It's the population. Dr. Professor Lee, he just quick quiz to you. The population of Seoul in the 1953 is just 1 million. That means population of Seoul increased 10 times in the 1953 to the now. And even though the per capita national income increased 411 times, and in 1953 and to now. I just introduced per capita urban forest area in the major city and the local province in the Republic of Korea. The range is very diverse, and from the 23 square meter per capita urban forest area in Jeonbuk, and also the Seoul is very small. It's just only 4 square meters in the per capita of the urban forest area, because Seoul is crowded. The big people is just crowded live in the high density of population. So also the per capita of urban forest area of Seoul is very insufficient compared with the the major city in the world, the London and New York and Paris. We're trying to more the green space in Seoul, especially. This graph shows the change of the per capita urban forest area in the major cities, Seoul, Busan, etc. Almost cities, as you can see, the per capita urban forest area increased as the time passed, but the Seoul and Incheon is just the lowest the per capita urban forest area, less than the WHO recommendation criteria is 9 square meters. I asked Simone, do you have some specific recommendation per capita forest area? She said no. So I don't know who is what is criteria. So we usually just this number we used to be 9 square meters. That is just a WHO recommendation minimum per capita of the urban forested area. I have to double check. And the urban forest policy in the Republic of Korea just officially started by the government. That is the Korea Forest Service. Korea Forest Service made just the first 10-year action plan for urban forest from the 28 to the 2017. The next year will be the Korea Forest Service will be launched the second the master plan for the urban forest. That plan includes the 4 strategic goals. For example, one is green area networking and green area enlargement and the quality upgrade of the urban forest and the restoration in urban and peri-urban area. Next is I just mention on quickly the value of urban forest. This content is you also very well the benefit of urban forest and the urban forest and the SDG and just research outcome of the urban forest in the Republic of Korea. This is just you can find the browsing in internet website. Just Virginia urban forest. There are a lot of kind of the benefit of urban forest and the trees. For example, we just providing and regulating and supporting and culturing what we call the ecosystem service. Ecosystem service is the human. Is the most important for because service there is no human, there is no service. So urban forest and peri-urban forest is very important for the human. And have you heard I-trees? I-tree developed by the U.S. Forest Service. So that tool, I-tree, is very useful for the economic evaluation of the ecosystem service. For example, the Fox Valley metro area in the Wisconsin in the USA, the public street trees provide just almost $5 million per year. It's a bunch of money. And also there are another benefit, a lot of the benefit, the economic and social and environmental. The urban forest and the trees increase the property price or land value. Also, the decrease the hospital expense to promote the physical and the mental health. This is in 2016, the UN declared the Sustainable Development Goal, just 17. 11 goals is very close related with the urban and peri-urban forest. That is sustainable cities and communities. Also, these goals is very close related with the urban forest in aspect of human health, climate change, and biodiversity and landscape. And also, this one is economic benefit and the green economy and the water and watershed. Also, we trying to some research on the benefit of the urban forest. For example, in the survey for the willingness to participate to creating urban forest, the 76% of the citizen respondents, they answered actively yes. It is very important. And also the urban forest and the trees mitigate the climate and reduce the car noise, and also air quality, purify the air quality, and even though observe the particulate matter. Particulate matter is a very hot issue in the Republic of Korea recently, because much particulate matter we think came from China. That kind of the transboundary air pollution is very difficult and very important. So we set up recently. We set up the facility to monitor and measure the particulate matter into the forest and the street and nearby the 2 kilometers. The urban forest reduce the particulate concentration of the particulate matter. So, for example, 25.7% of the PM10 and also 41.3% of the PM2.5. This particulate concentrate related with the forest, and we continue to the research furthermore. And also, urban forest reduce the heat island effect. This is the landscape change of the Yeouido before and after the urban forest park in 1996 and 2015. So the surface temperature inside of the Yeouido park, before construction of the urban forest park, the more 2.5 Celsius than the outside. On the other hand, in 2015, that is after the construction of the urban forest park of Yeouido, the surface temperature is lower, 0.9 Celsius than the outside. That is the urban forest park can control the heat island effect. And also we have some three kinds of the governance of the citizen participate project. The first one is a geo-initiative type. The Seoul Forest is the good example. And the Seoul Forest was suggested by the Seoul cities in 22, and the Seoul Green Trust Foundation, and they operated a citizen participate program. This is a Seoul Forest nearby my office. And the NGO initiative type is that Incheon World Peace Forest, that is started in 27 and opened in 2015. The Forest for Life and the People for World Peace Forest participate during the construction. And also the Forest for Life and Incheon Airport and Incheon City concluded the MOU to construction the Incheon World Peace Forest in 2027. And the government and NGO cooperative type is the Gwangju Greenway. Gwangju Greenway is the first forest park established in the abandoned railway, and the linked with the community through the environmental and social and economical aspect. It's just a personal suggestion is the future direction of the urban forest policy. We have to make some independent law making for the activation of the urban forest policy, and the strength the provision of the cooperation with each stakeholders, and introduce the institution for the specialist of the urban forest and the technical supporting center, and increase the budget for the projection and R&D of the urban forest. And also, we need the scientific evaluation on ecosystem service of the urban forest and peri-urban forest. And also, we need the active public relations for the urban forest benefit and the service. And also, find and the public relation of the best practice for the urban forest project and the development of the various storytelling and the textbook on the urban forest. Last one is the technical development. That is my cover. The urban forest park, we have to design in view of the ecological knowledge and information. That is, we have to the knowledge to sustain the urban forest in ecologically and strengthen the green networking between the urban and peri-urban forest. And consider the landscape scale with the pathway of the window field, and also develop the diverse urban forest type, including green wall and roofing and street tree tunnel and the green building. That's all. So thank you for your listening carefully and enjoying Korean food and culture during the Apum. Thank you very much.
예, 고맙습니다.